Here we go.
Okay, we had a little slight delay at the beginning of this episode, but let me welcome everybody to Checkmate. This seems to be, I believe this is episode 8. Um, don't hold me to it. I believe it's episode 8, though. Um, and on this episode, we're gonna do like we usually do. We're gonna have our reactions to today's topics and current events and so forth and so on. Some of these events that get spoken on, are personal events and personal things that take place. You guys just bear with us, and that and let me get through the thing. All right. So, how you doing today, SA?
Hey man, kicking and screaming, but I'm breathing.
I know that's right. I need to set a little fire tonight, and I brought my lighter. So let's get it
Hey,
popping. Who we got first?
we got Mr. Jamie Foxx, the impressionist himself.
Okay, so I don't know if everybody's noticed, but Jamie Foxx has been making quite a stir here lately. Seems like he's being seen everywhere. Now, over the last, it feels like 4 months or so, we hadn't seen Jamie Foxx. He had been in the hospital because of some medical complications that were non-disclosed. Now he's out of the hospital, and it's like he's doing this little victory lap thing. It's like he's everywhere. Every time I turn on social media, I see Jamie Foxx. I think I saw him at a racetrack. I saw him at some kind of red carpet. I think I saw him singing. Um,
Oh, I love
as
his music.
he's been everywhere. So it kind of leads me to believe that something fishy is going on. Typically when somebody recovers, and they want to head home, get some rest, get their marbles together, kind of take it easy and come on back slow. The way that he's just being paraded all over the place, this is checkmate. So I'm going to speak the minds of what people are thinking, especially what I know I'm thinking. I'm wondering if the dude has been cloned. You know, I'm kind of wondering,
Gucci.
damn, is he cloned? You know how Gucci Mane went into jail and
Gucci.
then he came out like, yeah, he went to jail and then when he came out, he was like the perfect dude. When he went in, he was like two hot dogs away from diabetes, and when he came
Where'd the
out,
ice cream cone go?
he was the perfect dude. Everything disappeared. The perfect dude. So I'm wondering, hmm, right, where'd the ice cream cone go? And if it's been covered up, how's it been covered up so neatly? I don't see
That's the best tattoo
anything.
removal I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, exactly. But then again, I'm wondering if it was even real to begin with. Okay, so yeah, I'm thinking Jamie Foxx is not necessarily Jamie Foxx. So for the next couple of months, while I have him under surveillance, we're gonna call him Laney Fox. We'll be calling him Laney Fox until I find out that that is actually Jamie. Stay tuned. Who we got next?
Oh, the man himself.
Oh, okay. So this is
Uncle
like
Hot.
some major hip hop news. 23 years ago, this man right here was murdered in Vegas, in Las Vegas, Nevada. Um,
26 years ago.
26 years ago, and he was a passenger in a BMW with Suge Knight, and they were attacked on the streets of Las Vegas and gunned down. Suge Knight survived. Tupac did not. Well, this case had been in the cold case files for the last 26 years. And now it has been reopened. The reason it's been reopened is because of, excuse me, I had to hit the L. The reason it's been reopened is because of this big mouth nigga named Keefe D. Keefe D just will not shut up. Every time he does an interview, I know he gets paid. I know they're probably paying him about anywhere from, let's say, anywhere from $750 to about $5,000. So of course he's gonna show up for every interview, okay, and spill any kind of beans. You know how them old niggas do? They just start spilling beans. As long as the liquor good, you can give them a good glass of cold water and they start spilling beans. You know I'm right. You know I'm right. Next time you go over to your uncle's house or your granddad, if you still got one, walk in the kitchen, grab some ice, throw it in a glass, get you a bottle of water, put it in a cup, in a glass, and sit it down beside Grandpa. Just sit it down beside him. Let the sweat come off the side of the glass. I bet you he starts spilling all the damn beans. Yeah, you know your grandmother used to date your uncle. You know that, right? See, and that's what I'm saying. So this old nigga here, Keefe D, went to spilling beans the minute he got to the interview. He's giving all types of details that nobody would have known unless they were the killer themselves. Are you kidding? I think I saw one question was asked to him, you know, where did the gunfire come from? You know, he's like, you know, who did the gunfire come from in the back seat? Now, mind you, the only two people who were in the back seat was supposed to have been him and his nephew, Orlando. Orlando was the young man that they jumped at the casino. So when they asked him this question, Keefe D responds, it came from the back seat. Nigga, this ain't no game. They asked you where it comes from. If you don't say your boy, your nephew, then who else the hell did it come from? Now the case is reopened. And, you know, there's a lot of people like myself who want this thing to be taken. You know, I want closure. I thought we had closure, right? Until this nigga comes and gets on all these interviews, spilling more beans than we like, damn, that's what happened. Damn, that happened too. Like, damn, like all of this happened and we never knew. So how do you know so much, my brother? And why, you know, you're the only one who survived out of that car. And you know everything. So you know what they're going to do to you, brother. They're getting ready to send you up the street. Somebody got to ride. Somebody got to wear that Tupac death. Somebody got to wear that murder. And it's going to be you, bro. All right? So that was the Keefe D subject, Tupac. What do we got next?
I'm going to be honest with you, man. I'm nervous about this one. But here we go.
Mr. DJT, Donald J. Trump. Now, let's test the temperature of the room real quick. First and foremost, I actually liked him as a president. Second of all, I like straight shooters. You know, I like straight shooters. Now, Donald Trump is in the news right now because, you know, he said a little something that we won't even repeat on the show. But what we will do is rally behind our ex-president and just say, shit, man, people say shit. Okay? No matter what, people say shit. I'm going to say some stuff along the way that may offend people. You know, some people may say some things that may offend me. We got to get tougher skin as Americans. We got to get out of this emotional culture that we're in. I'm sorry. I'm not saying anything about cancel culture. I'm saying this emotional culture. We're going to rename that. We're going to name it emotional roller culture. Stop going up and down with your emotions. Control them. Men, if you are a man, You are responsible for controlling your emotions. You didn't know that, did you? You're responsible for controlling your emotions. Any king that rules a kingdom is somewhat emotionless. He has to be. He has to be. You're either going to be pissed off every day or you're going to be crying every day. So you have to be even keeled. Us as men, we have to be even keeled. That's how we solve problems. That's how we provide for our families, because we have to do a lot of thinking on our feet. You can't think if you're bleeding at the heart. So learn to control your emotions. Everything someone says isn't necessarily a what you call a trigger statement. It's not a statement that's set up for you to be triggered. And even if it's set up for you to be triggered, you don't have to fall for it. You don't. So for Donald Trump, we're gonna go ahead and let you guys know that we're not gonna bash him on this station, on this channel. What we are gonna do is speak the truth, and the truth is we need to be a little tougher skinned. We all need to be a little tougher skinned. Now, we don't need to be disrespected. No one needs to be disrespected, and no one needs to be discriminated against. But every once in a while, people need to be told what the truth is. They need to hear it from a different perspective. Sometimes it's a little rough. Sometimes it's a little rough. Like if you're gonna reprimand somebody, you're not gonna beg them to reprimand them. You're not gonna like be sweet to them while you're reprimanding them. You have to be stern. And then if you're being stern, trying to educate someone, and their feelings can't take the sternness, they're gonna miss the education.
And
Not my fault.
just imagine this: how every bag boy at Kroger gets frustrated at their job. Like everybody who cooks food for a living, though that's a very necessary position to have anywhere. Everybody needs to eat. These people have immensely complicated jobs. And if you think what you do, it hurts your head sometimes, gives you a little headache just from thinking about it. I mean, these people get sick and tired of having to beat around the bush about things. And
Well,
it takes an acquired taste to appreciate straightforwardness, especially from someone
well,
who's expected to be a leader.
well. So, all right, appreciate that. Okay, so people need to be tougher skinned, and we will be promoting that. We will be promoting tougher skin. We will be promoting straightforward conversations, uncomfortable conversations, um, because I think it's needed, and that's the pivot for right now. That's the trajectory. That's where everybody's headed. And if not, then I'll drag you guys up to it because that's where we're going. Who we got next? Oh, wait. Before we go any further, Mr. Hot Sauce has implemented, and I'm gonna say Mr. Hot Sauce because it's I don't want to just portray that it's a channel thing. Everybody has their own views, but Mr. Hot Sauce has a special treat, a special treat that is endorsed by Checkmate and double endorsed by Lord Music Group. So on every episode, we will have what you call the Daily Dime. And that's where we give our appreciation to the beauty of our sisters. We don't have a lot of female presence on our channel, so this is our little way to give back. Okay, so today's Daily Dime is none other than Melli Monaco. We're going to start our series of Daily Dimes off with this beautiful sister here. If you guys haven't checked her out, she's a YouTuber. Just go to your search bar, throw in Melli Monaco, and enjoy. She's a very educated sister. She has a great speaking voice, and her content's dope. So us from Checkmate, we give props to Melli Monaco. All right, who we got next, brother?
Oh man, we got this LeBron James's son suffered a cardiac arrest during the workout.
Okay, so yeah, this is some very sad news, and we all, send our prayers out for Bronny. We send our prayers out for LeBron and his family. I know he's, I know he was just scared to death hearing his son was going through what he's going through. He probably was there because he's at all of his functions. Um, this is really sad, you know. Um, and anytime that someone has a child that is going through something and is having a medical condition, um, whether it's gun violence, whatever. Anytime that someone has a child that's going through that, my heart goes out to them, and I totally relate. Um, we don't have too much information. Last I heard, LeBron's son Bronny had checked out of ICU and he was out of the hospital.
Nice.
So, they don't have much more information. And us knowing how LeBron is, he's a proactive type of man. So I'm sure he has the best doctors and specialists and everybody at his house right now with his boy, checking his boy out, seeing what the hell's going on.
No doubt.
There's been several NBA players that have had issues with heart issues. One that comes to mind is Jeff Green. Jeff Green had to do some. He had to have heart surgery. Something was going on with his heart. Um, Another one, Lamarcus Aldridge. They had to sit him down for a little while because of the heart rhythm. Um, there's a couple more. Rodney Turioff, a former Laker, I believe he had heart surgery, and they had to give it had to be a little time of downtime after the surgery before he came back into the league. So this happening to Bronny at such a young age is not necessarily saying, okay, his basketball career is over before it started. It's not saying that. But on the contrary, as a parent, you have to worry, you have to worry like, man, is this going to happen to my child again? Is this going to happen game 7 of the NBA finals? Is this going to happen during training camp? Is this going to happen? It's super duper duper sad. And this by no means is any comparison. But let me tell you guys a story. I had a dog. He was a dog that I love very much. Pit bull named Stringer Bell. Stringer Bell, over my transition of moving, Stringer Bell had developed heartworms, and with these heartworms, the side effect of having heartworms, of course, which is terminal, are seizures. So I witnessed my dog have a seizure. I've never seen this before from him, and it scared me to death. And he seemed normal again. Fed him, got him good. Then he had another seizure. Then he had another seizure. And I'm sitting here like I can't continue to see my dog go through seizures. And I have to work. I have to go to work. Who's going to be here if he has a seizure and no one's got a very important decision to make? you know. So as a parent or as a guardian, you run across these times when you have to make very important decisions. And LeBron's very important decision is, man, do I ask my son to chill out? Do I ask him to stop playing? I mean, damn, his brother plays. I play. So yeah, man. I feel for LeBron right now, man. Our prayers go out to his family, and we pray that Bronny recovers well, and and goes down whatever path they all come up with. Okay, who we got next, brother?
Certainly, man. There's this crazy explosion in, was it? I believe it was in it's in New Jersey,
Yes,
wasn't it?
yes, I believe it's in New Jersey, and if it's not in yes, it's Newark. So yeah, that's in New
Newark, New
Jersey.
Jersey. Yeah.
Yeah, most certainly. Newark is certainly New Jersey. Um, yeah, when I came up, we just could not get along with New Jersey people. If you were in Brooklyn, we just could not get along with Jersey
I've heard a lot
people.
about that actually.
The yeah, seriously. The Okay, so this man, you had to see this in real time. And if you get a chance, just go on YouTube, and you got the heading right there.
Yeah, I mean,
Take that
I
heading
tried to
and
get
plug
you
that
guys
into
the
YouTube.
article itself. You guys can go see where to find it yourself. I mean, this every you guys can Google New Jersey apartment explosion. It's everywhere.
So you want to see this in real time. You have to see. It's dope to read it, but you have most. Well, it looks like it has a video right there as well. So yeah, you
Yeah,
got to see this video. You have to see this video. Like, the first thing that I asked myself, and I wondered, was there anyone in the building? Because the way that building exploded, if there was anyone, anything in that building, it would have disintegrated. I've not seen a building explode like that in my life. In my life, I haven't seen a building explode like that. That wasn't an implosion. I've seen plenty of buildings implode, concentrated explosions. Hmm. Concentrated explosions. We've seen those, right? Yeah, targeted. We've seen those, but this was different. This looked like somebody blew up a balloon to its full capacity, pinched it, took a deep breath, and blew it again until it exploded. That's what this looked like. And they didn't have too many details on it when I looked at it, but I ain't gonna guarantee it. Yes, I am. I guarantee you that meth was involved. The way that shit exploded, yeah, that wasn't a gas explosion because it wasn't enough fire. That was something different.
I mean, it's definitely a possibility. Meth explosions cause very high pressure instantaneously.
So that's what that looked like. That looked like the big bad wolf. It just blew it down. I didn't see much smoke. I just saw explosion. Bam! I'm like, what the freak?
It was a flash and then it was over.
And then it was over. So, I'm just wondering if anyone was in there. Like, I didn't even see a couch come flying. I just saw explosion. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So yeah, if you guys are in apartment buildings, townhouses, houses, single family dwellings, multifamily, mobile homes, manufactured homes, huts, tents, cabins, don't cook meth. Yeah. Try to cook it outside, maybe. Go in the backyard. That
Have
way
y'all
you just
tried
blow your damn mouth
CBD?
up.
I say
Well,
try CBD, man.
yeah, I don't know what that means, but no, if you're gonna cook meth, go cook it outside. I don't cook meth. I don't know anything about it. I don't know what it is. I don't know anything about that. But it
Bro,
seems to me that even down here in North Carolina, I've seen a lot of houses exploded. I'll be driving down in the country. You look to the right, you just see nothing but like charred, used to be house. And you ask one of the locals, "Hey man, what happened here, man?" Everybody's about methamphetamines. I mean, not methamphetamines, meth something, whatever the fuck it is, bro. Meth.
mhm.
They were cooking it, and it exploded,
Methamphetamine.
and then methamphetamine.
Yeah, that's what it's methamphetamine. straight up.
Okay, so and then once it explodes, you can't even go through that perimeter for a certain amount of time. They don't allow you near it for a certain amount of time.
Because the air is contaminated.
Because the air is fucking contaminated and you're cooking it in your house.
You turned your whole neighborhood block into Chernobyl. Like,
Ridiculous, man. All right, that's checkmate, man.